Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
And it's going to give him a lot of roaming pressure to threaten the mid lane like he loves to do. And that's one of the things that you have in the Nautilus versus Rakan is you're so easily able to kind of outpace the Rakan and Nautilus this season.
That is crazy as he's flashing forward already. Ruler has to flash out, but they're still going for this. The Ren's going to be there, and Prince and Effort 2v2 kill them as soon as they hit.
Here is able to verify that Gen.G is nowhere nearby. And Gen.G, Olaf in the past has always been one of the champions you feel like if you have Prio in a lane, you could start the Drake, but because Gen.G's draft doesn't allow that. Fate has teleport though, so this could end up going badly. Let's see if the bait works out.
Yeah, Rascal going to start off the fight here as immediately Summit's actually going to get that Ignite down. Gen.G moves on past, but Summit's still at full health. That's another solo kill in the works, but the flash out does come through. Some more snipping as there's the Realm Warp. The teleport will come forward as now immediately Croco will dive on top of Gen.G. That is going to be a one-man shockwave as over goes Gen.G yet again as Effort will turn up late to this fight. Another Undertow's going to connect as Effort going to come through. That's one kill for the Nautilus. Gets another stun as PDD. He is 100% dead unless the flash does come through, and it does. Fate not going to be able to follow as his flash. He did come through and potentially fight for this. This is really risky as Ruler keeps himself out of vision. Does have the ultimate available as that's a great engage onto Croco, but he does have the ultimate available. Rascal gets a lot of value with the Q as it is. Shelly getting involved as well. 3 members of Liiv SANDBOX trying to run away right now. Chains of Corruption are on cooldown, but it looks like Liiv SANDBOX will realize. Yeah,
Ruler down a level here. Don't want to be tussling with that Ballista through the brush. Ooh, the flank teleport.
Yeah, immediately Ragnarok used early. Teleport to come forward here is Summit. Trying to escape from this one. Doesn't have flash, remember. Wants to get that dash back available as the needlework is just insane. Okay, Summit is very, very close to living here, but actually avoids a Ruler in a bit of trouble. This leeching Leer is just nutty as the last auto will be enough to do it, but just some Gwen things occurring here on the map.
It's crazy. When she has that item, she's actually trying to get massive value elsewhere on the map instead of fighting for an objective that's going to be worse than the first one we messed up.
Yep. Croco moving on in here. Defend this, but I just think he's too late.
I mean, this is a lot of extra gold, and Fate's going to go over here and... Oh, I thought he was going to be able to pick up some of that. Actually does, and they're going to Realm Warp.
Oh, poor Effort.
And this is where it's going to be traded, right? But again, this is a better trade for Liiv SANDBOX unless Gen.G can force the second turret down. Now I think they're going to look for the second charge to get at least that, but...
That was good pressure from BDD. Available.
There's not a great teleport ward except the one that's very far left here, so they're just going to walk in instead, Summit and Fate.
Yeah. And Rascal, great position as it's probably going to be a 50-50 as Prince Glen's flash gets himself out of there. There's the Fate's call as the Gwens dove on in. Croco trying to get into position, has to smite early, but he is going to be taken down by Gen.G. He gets himself the smite as the shockwave lands onto one as Effort does have that stopwatch. They do take down the Olaf, but Gen.G denies soul point.
Yeah, we're going to see the Rise teleport top here to push this wave with the extra man advantage they have on the map right now, so this is going to be more
flank angle as Prince is going to come through. They don't find the knock-up, or at least the first one, onto the Croc, but he's still very dead. Prince is going to grab that kill as well.
Effort's like, oh, you guys made me use my ult? Okay.
No Realm Warp to get back this time, though, so it does mean that Gen.G will get this in a turret.
Yeah, that's actually pretty massive. They are not able to punish this. Gen.G are just such a hard fight for Gen.G to engage in on without, any sort of really awesome ultimate to set this up. I mean, the shockwave, this positioning is good.
That is going to be stolen by Ruler of all people. Wow. There's going to be the shockwave as in goes the Rakan as well. Great knock-up from Effort, though, as immediately the Crocodile's in trouble, but the Gore Drinker is just disgusting. Prince trying to kite this one out, but it's just not going to be enough, and that is a huge fight for Gen.G.
Massive.
And they turn this whole game on its head.
Oh, they absolutely do. This is a real moment for Gen.G to absolutely take control over everything, because now they could take this lead and then go straight to the Baron pit and clean this up. And even though Gen.G Ragnarok early in that fight, they were able to just win that war of attrition because Renekton is so fed. The Gore Drinker value you mentioned is huge here.
He went to full health. That was absurd.
It was actually crazy. No matter how many times you nerf this item, nerf the healing, it's on the Renekton too, it's just like, well, he's going to be told. Or we had the group ups that didn't look clean for Gen.G, but that one absolutely did.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Just going to need to see more of it as the lead not exactly
ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah, flanking ward's not really there as Summit puts down the mist. Gen.G trying to get in there, but it looks like it is just going to be Gen.G locking down this turret. They get the stopwatch out of Summit as well, who's now just going to get popped. Rascal dives on top of him and says thank you very much for that one. Croco taking a lot of damage there from the piercing arrow, and Gen.G are not done yet. They're going to take down this inhibitor turret. The inhibitor will be taken as well.
It might look to, I mean, if anybody tries to defend this and they die, like that could be game winning here, even though we're only 25 minutes in.
Well, that's a big flash in from Effort, but hits a minion with the hook. And these piercing arrows on the fallback. Feels like Liiv SANDBOX have kind of, the use-by date is a problem, as there's the ulti from Prince.
Not enough
to get him out of the shockwave. It's going to be all right. However, that is a lot of buttons now unavailable. And this inhibitor turret's also dead. Inhibitor to follow as well in the mid lane. And there's an outer turret top lane. That is so much, even more money to be apply.
Yep. He basically said Gabi, which is essentially the word for unlucky, you know, if you want to put it in you know, Twitch. We'll do this until the Baron spawns, and we'll look for that. The Cloud Drake is their third, but they don't really care about it that much. They'd rather just push this advantage in lanes right now than get a somewhat worthless Drake.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. As Summit, yeah, the miss not quite there in time, so he loses half of his health bar. It's bad news. Gets some needlework onto Ruler though, so that's certainly good, as the Shockwave going to be avoided by the Fate's Call. This time, the Nautilus survives the process of Fate's Calling, which gonna have to keep my eye on.
And it's just non-stop pressure here, grouped up as 5. And Liiv SANDBOX can't win a 5v5 team fight right now. And Gen.G are just trying to choke them out of the game. Oh, this is optimistic.
Yeah, this is a bit scary, as immediately Effort is going to pop, but are they actually able to get this fight working out, as Croco diving on forward gets a lot of value, as Rascal might fall down, but Fate's going to get flashed on by Youngjae. It's a triple kill for BDD, but can Prince do better than that is the question, as he's got the vision. BDD's super dead, as I don't know whether he has the rend. He doesn't quite just yet. There it is. Comes through for the double on the spot. That's an ace. And Liiv SANDBOX undone.
Minions here, and the Prince is like, I'm Callista versus an Olaf that can't close the gap on me, and BDD, look at the amount of spears that BDD is wearing.
Yeah. Oh man, and now they managed to get themselves the Baron. So
all your advantages as Gen.G are mostly in be greedy and push this mid lane because there's nobody there, but he's going to have to run back, because this is once again Gen.G's MO.
This is where all their money is. All their money is in the mid lane right now. Liiv SANDBOX cannot fight this and defend, as it could just be like so many inhibitors. But it looks like they are going to be able to save it, as Summit late on the mist.
They saved the inhibitor. This is massive. This fight will likely decide the game. Oh, look at Croco's flank angle here. This could be massive.
Yeah, you can see Prince looking for that rend for the secure, as now Rascal goes golden. Youngjae taking a lot of damage here as well, as Rascal has to flash. Chains of Corruption into the backline, as the Drake is going to be taken here by Liiv SANDBOX. But can they actually win the fight is the question. Summit going down extraordinarily low, and the Zinzal's also dead. BDD with a double kill for now as Prince.
1v9 Prince.
Yeah, Fate realm warps himself to relative safety, and now we're looking to potentially base race or something.
Yeah, that's the idea here. I think Gen.G are going to win that race, though. They have the massive numbers advantage, and that's going to be a retreat here from Liiv SANDBOX. I think Liiv SANDBOX were hoping that Gen.G rushed to Baron here instead, and they think that, you know, it's going to be defending coming back. Ooh, I don't know about this.
I think taking double inhibitor and then taking the Baron is the safe play, but Gen.G reading the death timers are thinking that they might be able to get this one done. Prince is very, very strong, but is he strong enough is the question. As now Rascal underneath Nexus turrets does have to contend with this mega fed Callista, who goes down to the GA. Now Effort coming on in here is, okay, Prince just gonna get popped. The shockwave timing, absolutely beautiful. As Croco, it's his turn to celebrate by going directly back to the death chamber. That was a roller coaster, but in the end, Gen.G managed to pull through.